all those KK MPs or members of parliament and to Mr. Ruto himself, you can only stand up and congratulate the police for having done a wonderful job before you get into the mortuary of just one hospital and see 13 bodies lying dead of gunshot wounds. If indeed you get the opportunity to see that, you cannot give the police a pat on the back for a job well done. Because what should be doing in effect is telling the police that thank you for killing and shooting to death those 13 people who are lying in that mortuary. And it goes beyond the Luos. We've just seen a mother crying at the ICU, a young single mother whose 2 sons were moved from their house in Nyalenda and clobbered. One of the sons passed on last night. The other one is still in ICU. Should that mother mourn her dead child? Or should she cry in anxiety as she prays for the one who is still critically ill in ICU? Mr. Ruto, you got it all wrong. This is not about Luos. This is about human life. This is about Kenyans. This is about blood of Kenyans. Today it's those 13 people in that mortuary. Tomorrow it could be you or any of your relatives. Will you still tell the police that they did a wonderful job? I thank you.
Today we are here as the culmination of our week-long activities. On Wednesday and Thursday, we held vigils in various parts to show our love, empathy, and compassion. Love, empathy, and compassion with our brothers and sisters who are killed, who are maimed, who are injured, and who suffered various forms of destruction. As our leadership had said, today being Friday, we set aside a prayer session and a particular session to visit those of us who are still in hospital, to see those of us who died and are in the mortuaries, to help those of us who may have been discharged. And we, as members of parliament from this region, chose to hold our prayer in this hospital ground, which we commenced by visiting those who are injured and are still in hospital. Our colleagues are holding prayers in Nairobi and elsewhere. I want to tell you that we, as members of parliament here present, were able to raise some funds which we have assisted the families of those who died, because we have the full list. We have assisted those who are still in hospital. We have also arranged to assist some of those who may be needy, who may have been discharged. The numbers that we confirmed here in this hospital only, commonly known as Russia, is that from the recent 2 weeks of maandamano, there have been a total of 15 deaths. As we speak, 4 have gone to be buried and 11 are lying in the mortuary, and we have seen the bodies. Very painful. They have confirmed to us that as we speak, and we have seen them, there are a total of 19 still admitted. A few others have since been discharged. Our observations from their own statements, which we have recorded and which we will be swearing affidavits in accordance, is that all of them have suffered various injuries. Most of them gunshot wounds. Others have suffered injuries in terms of broken legs, broken hands, broken skulls, which were caused by blunt injuries, blunt objects, in other words, rungus. In all those cases, they have confirmed to us that they were caused by the police. Some policemen in uniform, others were not in uniform, but they suspect they were also policemen. In all those cases, it is important to note that the ones who have suffered gunshot wounds, most of those wounds were either targeted at the head or at the abdomen, especially on the left side, which means it was targeting the heart, or around the pelvic area, which means it was targeting the private parts. It is clear that the police who shot these people did not aim to disable them, they aimed to kill them. And those who survived are here to tell the tale. It is also clear that in Kisumu and this area, it is not just uniformed police who are deployed. They clearly deployed others who are not uniformed. As to whether they were militia or police, we cannot tell. Because if you meet a person who is armed and does not identify themselves and they are civilians, whether they are the police or militia, we do not know. It is also clear that there are also others in this hospital who suffered injuries because they were intentionally run over by police land cruisers. You can imagine a police land cruiser intentionally running over people, and they have confessed that to us. It is also particularly painful, as Honorable Buya said, the case of two brothers, Brian Onyango and William Amulele, really stands out. These are two brothers originally from Rwanda, but who live in Nyalenda. And their mother is right now, we talked with her here. They were safely in their house in Nyalenda. At around 3 p.m., the police came and broke the gate. Then they broke the door. Then they extracted the two and beat them and left them for dead. When they were brought to hospital here, they were taken directly to the ICU. As we speak now, unfortunately, Brian died yesterday. As we speak now, William is battling for his life in the ICU here. The circumstances that we have established here is that the deaths and injuries were caused by the police. We have established that they were caused by both uniformed and ununiformed persons. We have established that some were run over by police land cruisers, and we have established that in all those cases, virtually all with the gunshot wounds here, there is none who was shot from the front. They were all shot from the back when they were running from the police. It is those circumstances that lead us to say that this is extreme case of police brutality. It is those circumstances that led the Honorable Rosa Buyu to move a special motion yesterday, which we all supported, and which, as we were now unraveling the truth, the Kenya Kwanza members of parliament could not bear to listen to the truth. So they sabotaged it and parliament ended prematurely because they do not want Kenyans to hear these things. I want to tell you this. Some people have said that there might be militia. From what we have seen and heard, it is possible that there are militia who are deployed to Kisumu. We want to know who deployed those militia. Remember, and we want this answer from the government, on 18th of July 2023, a big truck, registration number KCG 151R, was intercepted in Busia. This lorry that is owned by Seabed Training Company Limited did not want to be scanned. But I thank the officials at Busia border who insisted and scanned it. When they scanned it, they saw that it was carrying small arms and funny uniforms. Instead of opening so that we would know the source and the destination, the GSU came in 10 lorries at midnight and forcefully took it away. We do not know where it went to. In view of the atrocities in Kisumu, we want answers. Where did these guns go? On whom have they been used? I want to say this. Yesterday, the Honorable Atandi told them that this is a case of genocide. And I thank you, Atandi, for refusing to withdraw those remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, what is genocide? Genocide is defined as the deliberate killing of a large number of people from a particular nation or ethnic group with the aim of destroying that nation or group. Nation or ethnic group. If you look at the atrocities that have happened, right from Busia all the way to Kisii, Migori, Siaya, with the epicenter in Kisumu, I want to ask you, genocide or not genocide? Genocide or not genocide? It is particularly shameful that as that goes on, one of our own in the name of Raymond Omolo takes a plane from Nairobi and lands in Kisumu, does not come to Russia to see the 15 bodies lying in the morgue, to see the 26 people badly injured. Some of them, the bullets are still lodged in delicate places that cannot be operated. Passes through Bondo, where the body of David Agan and Edwin Owino, David Agan from Gon and Edwin Owino from Rarieda is lying. Goes all the way to Nyamira to go and mourn a house. He mourns a house and calls the press to cover. Shame. 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 Thank you.
Jolemo jotelo wetena gi jothurwa amosu ni Nyasaye ber seche duto. I wanted to speak for long, but I cannot due to the shortness of time. But I want to thank the clergy and the leadership of Kisumu County Government for taking time to allow our people to come here and pray for those who are still wounded and for the souls of those of us who have left. Because Honorable Rosa Buu and Honorable Atindi Amolo have spoken to the matters at hand, mine will only be to confirm the actions we are going to take. As a member of Parliament, actually the member of Parliament for Homa Bay Town constituency, I'm in my third term in Parliament. And from this community, I'm the only member of Parliament who sits on the chair of the Speaker during parliamentary deliberations. I'm saying this to say that I was so disappointed at the level our Parliament has gone to as the House of Representative of the people of Kenya. I saw the Parliament where we were with Honorable Jakoyo Midiwa and others, the 11th Parliament. We discussed issues, and national issues were serious issues. I saw the Parliament in which we served, the 12th Parliament. It started declining, but we could discuss, debate, deliberate on, and resolve matters concerning our country, like the killing of innocent people by police, in a mature way. What we saw yesterday confirms to everybody that it is not only the independent commissions and the independent officers which are captured, but even Parliament itself, which should be oversighting the police, is gone. And so that leaves us on our own. We are a team of over 300 lawyers across the country under the leadership of Honorable Atindi Amolo, Senior Counsel, Honorable James Orengo, Senior Counsel, amongst other senior counsels. And among them is a team of very dedicated lawyers from this region whose leadership are in Kisumu. Let me thank them very sincerely for not only stepping in for our people who are arrested while exercising their democratic rights, for free without pay. Thank you very much, lawyers, and they'll continue to do so. But also thank them for the hard work they have been doing, putting together evidence and information that we can take to other judicial authorities across the world, within Africa and within Kenya, so that this targeted continuous genocide, targeted killing, ethnic profiling, ethnic cleansing of people who imagine you can clear the community of Luos from the face of this earth can be discussed at once and for all. And we are taking this action we are going to take because we've been retreating from legal action from very long. And because we've not taken any firm legal action before, the killing of a Luo, whether an old man, whether a person with disability, whether a young man, whether a student, you've seen a student there, a young student in Form 4, 17 years old, shot over 9 times, and those bullet wounds pierced through his body. On the left, targeting his heart to kill him. If that happened anywhere other than Nyanza, it would be an issue. When it comes to a Luo, there is no issue. The police killed a single person in Kericho County here, Kericho County, and everything came to a standstill. The killing of the Luos of Kenya, in the imagination of some stupid people, is the biggest plot our government has joined. And it is shameful fellow Luos, our own people, are presiding over it. So in terms of legal action, the team of lawyers who have been working from the background are going to institute a case, a constitutional petition in the High Court of Kenya in the name of each and every person killed by police and each and every person maimed or hurt by police still hospitalized. And we are praying that those who have not died may be healed. And for this, on behalf of the MPs present, lest I forget, let me also thank the management of this hospital and hospitals across the country for the work you are doing. So we are going to file a constitutional petition on behalf and for each victim of police brutality, not just in Nyanza, though the majority are from here, but all victims of police brutality across the country. And that action will be against the Inspector General of Police, under whose command the police who are shooting these people and killing them serve the people of Kenya. We have put together enough material, and we continue to put more material to lodge a case before the International Criminal Court, particularly on this aspect of genocide and mass killing of the Kenyan people of the Kenyan nation, most of whom were being pulled from their houses one by one in the night and killed by people serving with their taxpayers' money to protect them. So there will be a case at the International Criminal Court, and the drafting of the papers is advanced. You may arrest Otiende Amolo, you may arrest Kaluma, you may arrest Orengo from here, because I know you are here, but I can tell you, there are lawyers across the country doing this paper. We are going to do a petition to the United Nations Special Rapporteur on extrajudicial killing. And I don't know what that task force which was constituted by Ruto and to which Maraga was appointed to talk about police reforms is still doing. Knowing this government, they are wasting their time. So we are going to lodge that matter with the UN Special Rapporteur on extrajudicial killing so that it can be confirmed what the police are doing with the Kenyan people, particularly from this region. We are going to lodge a petition with the African Union to open or establish the Office of Special Envoy to investigate police brutality in Kenya. And part of our coming was to document and fill in the gaps which remained. We are as good as done. Lastly, we are going to take a case to the East African Court of Justice on this issue. So we are saying we are going to lodge legal action at all those levels. But I think Honorable Tiende Amolo, as you go back to convene the legal team, when Ruto take over the reins of power in this country, told us the special police units had been disbanded. I'm the longest member of parliament from this side in the Administration and National Security Committee. I want to confirm to you, Ruto just wanted to do away with members of the specialized units who are doing a good work for Kenya before. In their place, he immediately instituted a killer squad. It is a killer squad. Don't call it support operations, special operations unit. And it was instituted immediately. It's a squad using foreign numbers. It's a squad whose officers are never in uniform. It's a squad that comes to places wherever people are, whether peaceful or not, to kill. And so, Honorable Tiende Amolo, in the next deliberations, we must discuss the structure of the police, the Kenya police, and of course petition the disbandment of those killer squads. For if we don't do so, what has happened in Kisumu confirms who that killer squad was established for. We have lost over 30 people. We are not losing more as we pray for these ones to be healed. Thank you very much.